picture off. There we go. I think that's working. I hope that's working. Yeah, that should be working. Okay, I have no idea if I even had audio for the first 5 minutes of this thing, which is cool because I don't need it. Okay, well, I've started on this project already, but I was given an opportunity to create a statue for production for Jason Wire's production. I think it's what it's called, Jason Wire's production, and he offered several really amazing sculptors that I really have no part in being. I have no business being in their company, but I'm incredibly flattered to be. And anyway, he asked for some original artwork, and basically whatever I create, he's going to make a statue of it and then sell it on his store. And so it's super cool. It's a really great arrangement, and for me personally, because it's just something that I've you don't get that opportunity very, very often to have your art, something that you make and come up with, just someone just offers to make a figure or a statue for you. So I started on it already, just really, really rough. But then I thought, well, I've been wanting to stream, so why haven't I? Why don't I stream it? And I'm still really new at this, so I'm sorry for all the many hookups, but hiccups. But anyway, I kind of started on a rough sketch and got a rough body going to begin with, but I haven't fleshed anything out. But since I normally do action figures and statues and big muscly guys or curvy superhero women and stuff like that all the time, I wanted to do something a little different than what I normally do. And originally I was going to do some sort of like monster, or I love werewolves, so originally I was thinking, like, since I was a kid I really loved monsters like werewolves and Frankenstein and stuff like that, and I was going to do something like that, but I don't know, it just seemed too, like, not obvious, but just not different enough, I guess. So I wanted to try. I came up with this other idea, and it's not, I wouldn't say it's it's not super crazy or anything, but I like the idea. It's different for me. It's unique for me, and it's going to be a challenge for me. So I'll just go ahead and get started. And if I don't talk, I don't necessarily have a ton to say, but I'll try to remember to talk and keep my nose clean while I do this. So let's see here. All right, there we go. So this so far is what I have, and the basic idea is 3 friends, I guess you could say, three females, and they're all going to use the same body, but it's just sort of like an Instagram kind of thing. But the 3 females, and they all have fox heads, and with different kind of expressions, doing kind of girly things. I'm going to use Zbrush for the majority of it, but I'm also going to probably use some Marvelous Designer for the tank tops. And the general flow will be, I'll create 1 base body, 1 female, and then 1 fox head, and then kind of alter it for the different expressions and stuff. So here I'm just sort of, these are, amazing art, amazing looking drawings to sort of get just the rough idea, and all this will probably change. Any of this can change, really. But I wanted to kind of go with that skinny, slightly androgynous, model-y look for the girls. Slightly anorexic, haven't eaten a lot look. Instagram stars, Instagram fame kind of idea here was, I guess that was kind of the idea. I don't really know why foxes, other than I like foxes. And I just thought it'd be kind of funny to have, it might be a cool visual to have them just sort of having different fox looks, fox heads doing different things, and then, but then have this sort of almost stereotypical, you know, my life is amazing, girls hanging out kind of Instagram look thing going. Life is perfect. Look at these cool travel. Look at all the cool places I get to visit and travel to, and you know, look at this mimosa I'm drinking. You know, that kind of stuff that's just so prevalent everywhere in our culture. Now, there isn't really anything wrong with it. I'm not trying to make any kind of a. I'm definitely not trying to make any kind of statement or anything with any of this. I'm just wanted a unique idea, something different than what I normally do, and that's about as loose of a of what I can kind of come up with. Let's see here. So I'm going to use my touch screen a little bit here. I haven't really used it much. It's a cool feature though. It's definitely adds a different sort of flair to things, to the workflow. I'm going for sort of realism, at least right now. I mean, that could change as I get into this thing. We'll see how good I am at sculpting a fox. If it ends up looking too cartoony, I'll just pretend that that's what I intended to do the entire time, and take all that credit and be like, yeah, of course, I wanted to do a really creative, cartoony sort of thing. But right now, the idea is to do something sort of realistic, and I want to do something else too. I'm thinking of like having it so the heads can be swapped out between the three bodies. I originally was thinking even the arms, so you could kind of mix up your. There's a touch kind of going a little weird there. I don't know what just happened, but I don't even know how to get out of full screen here. Oh, there we go. So yeah, I think it's going to be too involved to try to make the arms, but originally it was just the idea. I thought it would be kind of cool to have something there you could buy the same piece, you and your friend or anybody could buy the same piece, and then you could just kind of display it, and you have some options to customize. But I think it might be a little bit too involved in the time that I'm. Yeah, there you go. There's a good example of the Wacom Touch thing acting a little crazy. Anyway. Yeah, so this is all super rough. I'll probably look up at some I did want like someone to be taking a selfie like this. Wow. Okay. I don't know what I'm hitting down here that keeps. Yeah, it's like just hitting with my. I've got a glove on that's supposed to help with palm rejection, but anyway, I'm just putting my palm on my screen and it keeps going to. It keeps doing this craziness. I'm not sure why. I have no idea why. I wanted one of them to kind of have a cell phone and be taking a picture, doing a little fox grin over here. You know, this one is kind of holding the crew together, keeping it real. awesome ring. Yeah, super rough. I honestly don't really draw much stuff anymore, even for concepts and stuff. A lot of times I just jump right into ZBrush and just get started. And then if there's something I want to figure out, maybe I'll do it in 3D. I might concept it in 3D. And sometimes I'll come over here and do like really rough drawing like I'm doing right now. But I just kind of want to get an idea of what it would look like. So like, and like how it would support its weight and all that stuff. So they'd all, basically be cut off at the midriff belly buttons. Just below the belly button here. I don't know, maybe this one could be holding a drink or something. Pinky out, of course. A flute of something delicious. Maybe this one will be the one that's holding the cell phone. That looks like it's behind her head. That's really horrible foreshortening. Perspective's terrible there. I'm turning touch off. I did a review after I got this tablet, and I said that a lot of people had questions about the touch, because in the past Wacom tablets have always been a little finicky, and I had used it very briefly in some Photoshop stuff and didn't have the issue that I'm having today. So it's obviously still very finicky and not perfect, and honestly a little bit annoying. So I don't hate it. I just turning it off because I don't really need it right now. Maybe there's a setting or something I can disable to keep that full frame thing from happening. Anyway. So this looks amazing. Of course, this looks incredible. I doubt I'll tweak it at all when the time comes. No, but this is just to sort of give me a kind of a rough starting point. I'm going to actually look up, I've looked up a few Fox expressions and sort of like some of the things they make, so I'm going to go for like realism for the different things, like the smiling and sort of the yawning / laughing look, and things like that. Maybe I will keep that armpit hair. I don't know. We'll see. See how I go. I can't really make up armpit hair in a statue anyway. So her hand, I guess it could be here. Something like that. All right. Good enough for me for now, to start with. And I'll probably find something for her to do with her hand. Maybe she'll have a cigarette. I don't know. People smoke anymore, really? Isn't it all about vaping now? Giant mechanical machine vape pen. No, No vape pen. Should just be doing something cool with her hand, I guess. Something. We'll figure it out. I'll figure it out later. So basic idea. 3 foxes, foxy ladies, something cheesy like that. So I've already got a torso here that I've found eons ago. It's a nice, very clean, definitely sort of, the anatomy's pretty good on it. And I'm going to have to change a lot, and she's going to have a t-shirt on, and of course the hands are going to be different, and, well, there's going to be a fox head. So, but it's a good base. It's a good starting point. But I'm going to change it enough to where I don't feel terrible using it. I wish I knew who to credit for it, because it is a pretty nice torso. But I downloaded it a really long time ago, and I do not remember. So we're just going to start. I think they want to be even smaller. I don't know if this is safe for work. I should have probably said that. Any of you guys or gals that happen to be streaming from the office. I mean, I'm not going to get into any super details here, but I don't know. A boss may roam in and be like, what are you looking at? Tell them it's art. So, generally what I like to do is just, who's here? Who's in here? Hey! Hi, Scott. How you doing, man? Let's go. Oh, I gave away a secret identity. I shouldn't have said that. Now he's going to be afraid to comment. Anyway. Scott's my buddy. We play Fortnite together. We're pretty amazing. Lee bad. Particularly me. I don't honestly know why I even like the game. I'm so bad at it. But it's super addictive, and we play it all the time. And probably what I'll do is, whoa. Actually, it even has fingernail details. I didn't know I had that stuff. Okay. But yeah, you can see it's really rough. And I think this model, I don't know how big I'm going to want it, but probably 6 inches, maybe 8 inches. Not huge. Something you can, maybe like that big. Somewhere around there. Something that looks nice on your desk. It doesn't take up too much room. So I'll probably take this body into Marvelous Designer, and then just use that to generate sort of a tank top base mesh. And I'll just come back in and I'll sculpt over it. I mean, I could do it. I could just like, do this, extract that, and then sculpt in all the lanky details. I could do that. Maybe I will do that. I don't know, but I like to play. I like playing around and stuff. So I'm gonna try Marvelous Designer first. I don't have a lot of time today. I started this kind of late, and I had a lot of technical issues with getting my streaming up and running again, as always. So pending here. You know, I don't know what the I should have some background music, but I don't know what the rules and regulations are here on Twitch for stuff. I know some people play like clips and music clips and things, but that's group visible. Thought I did this already. Let's dynamesh it. There we go. Kind of wing this right now, and then I'll pull out the Fox reference, and maybe I should do a duck. Duck's cool. Duck's as cool as foxes. I don't know. Thought about doing wolves because, again, this kind of all came from the idea of doing werewolves, and but then I thought, werewolf, that's just too obvious. Everybody's gonna do werewolf. I don't know if that's true or not. Could be. Not now, especially if anyone see this stream. Any of the other sculptors are gonna be like, oh man, I was gonna do a fox woman. A gaggle of fox women, and this dude came along, this jabroni came along and stole my idea. Hopefully not. Oh, see what's going on here. Thing I like to do here is change my, wow, so hikes up the thing a little bit. There's some weird default settings in Zbrush where it's like the default setting of this is, I think, 0.5, and when you draw, or maybe it's 0.05, I don't know. Yeah, so then I draw this line, right? And you get this choppy, horrible looking thing. If you go bigger too, you can really see all those edges right there. All you gotta do is change it to 0.05, and all of a sudden I lied to you. What? Why isn't this working? Maybe it was 0.5 the first time. Anyway, whatever it is, it usually looks pretty bad. And you gotta adjust your lazy step to make it look nice. And I don't understand why they don't just have a default looking nice, but one of the mysteries. I do want like more pronounced bone structure in these ladies. I want them to look, they haven't had a cheeseburger in a while. It's just cool. I mean, I'm not saying that to body shame anyone. Just saying I want them to be skinny and svelte. And have a lot of interesting little things. The ribs here, chest, and sternum and whatnot. Of course, rib cage. One of the foxes is going to have a belly ring. Something. Diamond. Something. Cool. I'll tweak all this stuff too as I go. So, if well, down to one viewer right now, but thanks anyway thanks for people who tuned in here and who may be watching this video later. I'm gonna post it on my YouTube page as well, which I will try to update. And I don't know if I can link from here or what, but for those that missed it. Plus Twitch doesn't hold on to these videos forever. I thought it did, but it doesn't. So, unless you're like, I guess, some sort of super member or something, which I'm not. Maybe one day, if I actually start doing this regularly and have a regular amount of viewers and regular, consistent viewership and consistent videos that I can kind of count on. I will do that. For now, this is a free ride. I'm just doing this inexpensively and trouble-free as possible. And you can back up your videos and you can throw them on YouTube, and I can do that at no cost too. So that's what I'm gonna do. Because I'm cheap. And I live in Hawaii. And it's expensive here. Alright, this doesn't necessarily, all this anatomy here doesn't matter. I mean, it does matter, but a lot of it's going to be hidden by the t-shirt anyway. I just wanted to get a nice look to it as I go. Hi, new viewer. Thanks for coming and hanging out. You missed all the good stuff. Just kidding. This is a, just to catch anyone up, this is a base model. I did not sculpt the entirety of this thing at all. This is a base model I downloaded a long time ago that I just wanted to work from because it just gives me a nice jumping off point. And I'm going to be changing it up quite a bit, so I don't think it's a big deal. It's 3D, people do it all the time. It's kind of the magic of it. But yeah, I've already altered it a bit. I think it came from a scan of some sort. I wish I knew exactly who to credit for it, if there is anyone to credit. But anyway, it's a good base model to work from, and then I can alter it as I need for this project. So. Okay, I think it's probably pretty good just for I've never actually done this as part of it. I've never I've never exported let's see what we do. Let's see if I can do this real quick. So I'm going to export this to Marvelous Designer. How much time do I have? I don't have a lot of time, I don't think. Yeah, I got about 20 minutes to go. Then for today. But let's get rid of this. Hold on a second. I figure out how to import in an OG object. Yeah. I had to take that off screen because I was in another project that was for another client, and so there's, that'll work. Okay. All right. So get your model in here. I don't remember how to do this, to be honest. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Yep. Something like that. I feel like I have to relearn this program every single time I get in here. It's but I like to play around in it. It's just kind of a fun. For me, it's fun. Okay, Let's see. It's kind of coming back to me. So this program's cool. If you've never seen it, never used it, it's almost like, I mean, it literally uses sewing templates and stuff. So if you are good at sewing, or if you know a thing or two about sewing, might have just crashed. I don't know what it's doing. Then you'll probably think it's pretty cool. Do this, and then is there a way to mirror? I honestly just never ever remember how to do this. Mirror paste, not that. Copy your pattern or turn shapers. Copy. Mirror paste. Hey, there we go. Something like that, I guess. Like that. Yeah. I don't think this is really the best way to do it. Oh. There we go. Over here, of course, is still like two huge just panels. Let's see. Free sewing, segment sewing. This is like this. Somebody is watching. Someone might watch this who is a master of this program and is just going insane right now, watching me stumble through it, just losing their minds. Like, what is he doing? I always forget. I use it, and then I remember as I have to look up a tutorial or something to. You know what? I know what my whole issue here is. I'm just going to. Yeah, there we go. I'm going to just start over. And do this. I think this will be easier. Oops. Like a wide open thing, kind of like that. Like that. And that. Boom. All right. Copy this. I'm going to copy it, and I'm going to paste it. Just up here is fine. Rotate this somehow. Actually, no, I don't need to do that. So weird going from a pen to a mouse when you've been working in Zbrush for so long. But yeah, I really like programs like Marvelous Designer just because they're it changes it up a little bit for me. It lets me break the humdrum of constantly staring at ZBrush for one, and then for two, it's just it's almost like a little bit of a video game because I can it's a simulation. So once you line up your panels and get your panels all created and sewn together, you can hit the simulation button and just see how they work and how they play together. And I think that's really fun. You know, probably learn on that, but okay. So there's a couple different ways to do this. So now we basically can sew. So like this point to. No, I don't want to do it like that. I want this to this. This to this, and this to this, and this to this. And now we can actually just see, you know, this thing is going to look horrible probably, but let's see what happens. Boom! Look at that. That is skin tight. That's a little tighter than I want. But, cool, huh? Right? Gets the job done. You can play with the simulation right now, like she's kind of poking out there a little bit. We don't want that. There we go. I think I need to make it a little bit looser. So we can stop the simulation. Yeah, I guess a little baggier maybe. Oh, whoops. So we'll just move this back. Oop, again. Whoops again. Move this out a little wider. I'm also going to move these down, I think, quite a bit, because these out. It's hard to get right on the money here, but I can get close. I actually have no idea if these numbers correlate in any way, shape, or form, if it's just happenstance here. But, makes me feel better. It looks like it's lining up. Yeah. And I can hit the simulation button again. And getting some bunching down here, so I just pull that out. Poking through again, pull that out. There we go, that's what I wanted. I wanted to get some, for lack of better words, side boob. Not for the boob, but just so that I can show this, some of that part, just some of the armpit and some of this under area, and it's, you know, loosey-goosey, model-y kind of looking. I don't know why it's stuck right here, though. It seems kind of... Huh. I don't know why it's bunching there. I'm not a seamstress, so I don't seamstress, is that what it's called? Alright, let's see if we can bring that in some. At another point, maybe? Can I do that? do either. Honestly, not sure how to edit. Just if I wanted to add a point to this, I'm not really sure how to do that. Maybe this. Hey, there we go. Cool. A little bit. Let's see what happens. It's working a little better. A little better, a little better. Let's try bringing it even a little more. Match it up a little bit more. Yeah, it's getting there. I do want it kind of longer. I mean, some belly shirt-ishness is fine, but I want it a little bit. I just want to kind of give the impression that it's just sort of, you know, loose boyfriend kind of tank top, loose comfortable tank top. That's what I'm going for here. Right now it's not looking like a loose comfortable tank top. It's looking like a, maybe that was my problem. I need to get rid of these and do these over. So let me redo those like that. This. Hey, that's cool. That might help. Oops. Whoopsie. Cool. What time is it? 2:07. Alright, I got like 8 minutes left. I think that's pretty good. That's pretty close to what I want, and then I can do all the draping and stuff, and I could have done this in Zbrush, honestly, probably just as quickly, just by doing one of these. I've gone over here and hit under subtool, I think under subtool, yeah, extract, and then extract. Look at that. Well, I mean, you know. But you know what? It's the journey. I liked, you know, I gotta do a lot more. This looks like a t-shirt, you know, this looks nice, and I can, can tweak it a little bit more to get these things a little bit smoother, so it's not as, I just hit something accidentally. There we go. I don't know, maybe I'll have to play with some dynamics or something and see if I can get a little bit, change the weight, because you can change the weight of the fabric, and then that'll get some more draping, like in this area, and you know, on the back you get some more wrinkles. Right now it's pretty stiff, it's almost like paper, so there's ways to change those, so I might play with that some. Anyway, I'm probably going to try to stream again tomorrow. thanks for watching, you guys who tuned in. I really appreciate it. Yeah, I'm gonna try streaming tomorrow, and I'm gonna try to give a better heads up on Instagram about it than on my Instagram, which is Brody_3D. That's generally where I'll share most of my my updates as far as. But I'll try to give like an hour warning or something, or at least a half hour warning when I can do this kind of thing. But it is now time for me to go. So thanks again. I'll continue with this project tomorrow, and see you guys then. Thanks. Take care.